Cameras never lie, or at least that's what we believe. However, there are recordings that seem to defy all known explanations. Videos that show things far beyond what our minds can comprehend. From a discovery of gold that appears to bring a curse, to one of the best paranormal presences I've seen in years, to top-rated videos that I know will leave you trembling. That's what you're about to see in this video, because my name is Leonore Clay, and this is The Darkest Secret. Today we present the top 10 horror videos you should never watch at night. Number 10. They say some treasures aren't meant to be found, and that unearthing them unlocks not only wealth, but also something that might have been waiting for centuries. The following viral case on TikTok shows us how a young woman, upon finding gold bars near the border with the United States, unleashed what is rumored to be a chain of inexplicable events that are affecting her and her family. Watch.
Primero está. Mira. Quiero que vean, estoy hasta temblando. Tráetelo. Y escarbé bastante, o sea, no creo que estés juntado en la superficie. ¿Ves? Aquí. Ay, mi pelo no me deja ver. Está aquí, aquí está, aquí está. Ven a ayudarme, porfa. Eso es, a ver, puedo sacar más que la mano. No man.
In the video, we see how the protagonist finds some gold bars buried in the woods. An incredible discovery that brought joy, but only for a few hours. As night falls, as seen in the image, the security camera captures a strange figure in front of her house, motionless, almost human, who then disappears without a trace. Many claim that what can be seen in the background of the video isn't part of the landscape. Some say it's a wooden figure, others that it's a human-shaped shadow. The truth is that it appears just after the discovery, as if something had followed the young woman from the forest. Is it a guardian, a curse, or simply an optical illusion? Some speak of an ancestral treasure protected by spirits, and that removing it from its place without permission could have dire consequences for the unfortunate discoverers. Do you think that's what's happening? Would you also remove a treasure knowing the consequences this could bring? Comment below. Number 9. The following is a story that seems like something out of a horror movie, but it happened in real life. A man claims that for several days he'd noticed something strange about a doll he had in his house. When he came home from work, he'd find it in different positions than he had left it. And no one else lives with him. On more than one occasion, he swore he saw it looking at him differently, as if following his every move. Tired and disturbed, he decided to move it to the basement to try to forget about it. But one night, while he was sleeping, he was awakened by strange noises coming from the very basement. So, determined to find out what was going on, he went downstairs with his cell phone set to night mode. It was then that he captured the following.
Como que me sigue con la mirada o es mi imaginación. Amigos, no sé si sea mi imaginación. ¡Ah, la bestia! ¡Ay, hijo de su puta madre! ¡No mames! ¡No mames! ¡Hijo de tu monita madre! ¡Ay, amigos, aguántenme! ¡Ay, Dios mío! Espérenme. ¡Ay, Diosito santo! ¡Ay, Diosito santo! ¡Ay, Dios!
As you can see, the doll appears to be completely motionless, until suddenly, it tilts its body and head toward the camera, as if reacting to the man's presence. He claims he was home alone, and that there were no wires or mechanisms that could have moved it, and the reaction we hear in his voice is pure adrenaline and fear. He doesn't seem to be acting, but rather genuinely terrified. Could the doll be possessed? If something like this happened to you, if a seemingly inert object came to life right in front of you, what would you do? Would you run? Or would you try to record it for evidence? Questions that could only be answered more instinctively than rationally. Number 8. What lies in post number 8 was sent to us by Felipe Diaz. Felipe brings us a recording captured by a security camera on June 6 of this year in Jalisco, Mexico. According to Felipe, what you see here is true evidence of a paranormal event, as a humanoid figure appears and disappears inside a door that had been closed for years. Do you notice it? That strange individual walks strangely until he enters the door that Felipe said had been closed for years. Then a kind of mist emerges through the door, transforms into a person. And when that happens, an orb appears in the image. How can so much happen in a single video? Especially things that in the occult are considered evidence of paranormal phenomena. Note the intermittent shapes, figures that appear and disappear. Then the house that is visible there turns on the light. When the neighbor was asked why this had happened, she said it was because she heard noises inside her house. Inside. Do you know what's the scariest thing? A few weeks ago, in a town close by, a couple of neighbors came in saying that while they were driving, a man jumped on their vehicle, or that a humanoid-looking shadow made them lose control of their car. What do you think about this? Can so many things just be a coincidence? For me, this video, along with the collected eyewitness accounts, proves to be one of the best paranormal videos of recent times. Number 7. What you will see below takes us to the south of our continent, specifically to Chile, where an amateur Google Maps explorer revealed shocking satellite images that have left many with goosebumps. While in this place, what appears to be just another ordinary island could be hiding something out of this world. Pay attention.
Bueno, da la impresión de que fuera un glaciar, ¿sí? Un lago, una laguna, y tiene una bajada de agua, aparentemente, y acá empiezan unas figuras. Miren qué figuras tan extrañas. Da la impresión de que estuvieran esculpidas en la roca, ¿no? ¿La pueden observar ahí? Miren, pero hay varias, porque el amigo que descubrió esto muestra simplemente estas que voy siguiendo en estos momentos. Da la impresión de que fueran rostros, y acá arriba, esta parte blanca, es como si fuera no sé, la figura de un león, ¿no? Esta parte de acá. Si sigo bajando, bueno, seguimos observando todo este tipo de figuras.
We only had to zoom in to find ourselves with an impressive reality. Perfectly symmetrical figures, as if they had covered an area by duplicating a whole set of pixels, forming disturbing faces for some. Not human. Who or what did this? Some say it's pareidolia. Others claim it's a graphic texture error. However, there are those who claim to have seen the figures before they were pointed out, which opens the door to a number of endless disturbing questions. What if this isn't a mistake? What if this goes beyond simple natural formations? Could it be a form of communication? Signals that have been in front of our eyes for years? I could assure that this type of design only occurs when you put a column in a mirror form, duplicating it and generating this image. But why would Google Maps do this? Did it want to hide something? What if what it wanted to hide, in any case, revealed a clue of what is down there? Others compare these figures to the Nazca lines, wondering if we are witnessing a new form of ancient art, or worse, a disturbing warning. What do you think? Are we seeing what we want to see? or what someone wants us to see? Let me know what you think. Number 6. It was an ordinary night. A man was in his living room enjoying television when he suddenly noticed something out of place. On the shelf next to the curtain, something seemed to be moving very subtly, almost imperceptibly, but clearly enough to catch his attention. Intrigued, he grabbed his phone and began recording what was happening. What you'll see below is as disturbing as it is disconcerting. As you can see, the curtain seemed to take on a life of its own, moving as if someone or something were standing right behind it. And the most chilling thing, on the shelf next to it, you can make out small, strange movements, as if an invisible presence were slowly trying to reveal itself. The man claims he watched the figure for several seconds, until it slowly disappeared before his eyes. Now, let's try to give it a logical explanation. Could it be a draft, or perhaps an open window causing that movement? It's possible, but what's difficult to explain are the perceptible movements on the ledge, as if a figure were trying to interact with the objects there. Was it simply a coincidence, or are we facing a paranormal manifestation that defies all logic? The question remains open for you. What do you think of this recording? A trick of the mind, or a visit from something not of this world? Number 5. The following footage was captured by a miner who filmed something that chilled the blood of many. As he was advancing through a tunnel, a strange laugh began to be heard. A laugh that went from high to low, and from low to high, as if it weren't coming from a human being. Pay attention.
Los que trabajan en la mina sabrán de quién es la risa.
Could it be that a colleague wanted to play a practical joke on him? Or is there something more going on here? Although there are several theories about it, the internet was quick to associate it with El Muki, the legendary goblin that lives in the Andean mines. According to tradition, this being can appear to workers to guide them to a fortune, guide you to the exit if you're lost, or directly lead you through intricate labyrinths so that you never see the light again. The most disturbing thing is that in the comments, several users claim to have experienced similar encounters. Cigarettes offered by a small figure, taps on the shoulder in complete darkness, and even whispers that seem to come from the walls. The community already calls it Mookie's laughter. But now the question is for you. Will this footage be definite evidence of the existence of this being? Tell me what you think. Number 4. What you'll see below was captured by a park ranger who was hiking alone on a trail when he decided to record part of his journey with his cell phone. However, what seemed like just another peaceful afternoon ended up being one of the most disturbing episodes of his life. In the middle of the road, a humanoid figure appears, elongated and moving on all fours. At first glance, we might think it's a person, but its body seems too stretched, too unnatural to fit a contortionist. Some believe it could be a trick of the eye. Others speak of an unknown creature that inhabits the most remote forests. And there are those who claim that these figures are ancient manifestations linked to the most primitive and dark aspects of nature. And you, what do you think the ranger encountered that day? Let me know your theories. Number 3. Many of us, when we look up at night, look for the same things: shooting stars, constellations, or perhaps a simple flash that has us make a wish. One young astronomy enthusiast recorded that night is nothing like what one might expect.
Shooting star. Yeah, it's a shooting star. Post it on TikTok. Look, it's not CGI, nothing. It's real. Plane or something. It's cool.
At first glance, it might be mistaken for a comet, but if we look closely, we notice that its trajectory is too perfect, too slow, and above all, too silent. There are no fragments breaking off, nor anything that links it to a known natural phenomena. The most disturbing thing is how the light seems to move at its own will, spinning in circles and forming shapes, as if there were intelligence behind every movement. The comments quickly began to explode. Some thought it was a UFO, others a dragon straight out of a fantasy story, and the most conspiracy-minded claimed it was a test of Project Bluebeam. Some even claimed that not making a wish upon seeing one could have consequences. What do you think that is? The truth is that this object still lacks a logical explanation. Number 2. This case takes us to Michigan, where a woman claims something dark has taken over her home, and that it all began with a seemingly harmless incident, but one that would soon reveal a terrifying undercurrent. She lives alone with Gunther, her dog and faithful companion. One afternoon, Gunther started barking for no apparent reason, staring down the hallway. His owner tried to calm him down, but his ears were perked and his body was shaking, as if he was seeing something she couldn't perceive. It was at that moment that she decided to take out her cell phone and record what was happening. I know. You're okay. You're okay. I know. God, I'm like shaking. At the end of the hallway, a door begins to open and close on its own, as if an invisible presence were manipulating it at will. No one else was in the house, and Gunther, far from calming down, seemed increasingly agitated. According to her testimony, the poltergeist-like phenomena didn't stop there. She claims it all began shortly after she purchased an antique necklace at an estate sale. From the moment she brought it home, she claims she began to hear knocking and whispering, and the atmosphere became heavy, as if the house itself had absorbed centuries of pain and suffering. The woman now wonders if that necklace is more than just an old piece of jewelry, if perhaps it carries with it a tragic story, or even something much worse. Could it be possible that an object could be the link between the world of the living and something that was never meant to cross over to this side? Let me know in the comment section. Number 1. We conclude this collection with a shocking recording captured in a rural area, where incredibly strange lights in the sky and sounds that seemed to come from the underground had already been reported. For this reason, one farmer decided to take matters into his own hands. Intrigued and somewhat concerned, he installed a night vision security camera to monitor his cornfield. Little did he know that what it recorded would leave him completely dismayed. In the footage, we see something surprising. Out of nowhere, an invisible force hits the cornfield and transforms it in a matter of seconds. The result is a perfect circle, as if a shockwave had been released from the center. There are no people, no machinery, nothing. Just the field and an energy that is impossible to explain. It could have been the sonic impact of some experimental weapon, or the fall of a meteorite that disintegrated before hitting the ground. However, the absence of debris casts doubt on these hypotheses, among other theories ranging from digital manipulation to the birth of a tornado, etc. The most disturbing thing is a detail that few noticed. Just before the circle forms, a fleeting shadow appears in the center. Could it be a figure, an unknown artifact, or simply a compression error in the video? If you have any thoughts on this, leave them in the comments. Because this video has come to an end. My name is Leonore Clay, and this was The Darkest Secret.